Okay, I'm sorry, we're back. So we were discussing about this. Let me see. So you said that karaoke for the first one. Yes. Sorry, you said karaoke for the first one, sunrise with the second one. And the third one?
No, the second one did something else. Was climb a volcano in Italy.
Yeah,
She said it was tighter, but it was incredible.
And
being in a movie.
The third one, being in a movie.
number 3?
Yeah, being in a movie.
Being in a movie. Okay, thank you. So do you all agree, guys, or do you have something different from this chart?
Totally agree.
Okay, well, we're just gonna confirm that you could identify them all. Yes, very good. Okay, now I'm going to go to the next part. And in here it says, which speaker might said each one? They actually said this. Let's see if you can remember who said it. In the first one, it's my favorite song. Person 1, 2, or 3, who said it?
Conversation one.
My way. The first one. Yes, very good. I didn't on vacation in Italy. Who said this?
The woman, conversation 2.
Number 2, very good. I'd like to try it. It looks fun but scary. Who said it?
I think the number 3.
Yes, it was number 3.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good, but lots of people watch it on YouTube.
The same woman at 3.
Conversation 3, very good. Everyone in Japan does it.
Number 1.
Number 1. I enjoy it more than my husband did.
Number 2.
Number 2. Thank you, Jorge. What happened to the rest of you guys? You've been very quiet. Okay. Now I'll erase it. And that was the end of the vocabulary and listening part. Now we're gonna go and start with grammar. It says, in grammar, we're gonna be working with the present perfect. It says, look at the sentences and underline the verbs. Then choose the correct alternatives to complete the rules. I've watched the sunrise. He's been in a movie. Okay, the rule says you have to choose which is the one that fits better. Use the present perfect to talk about a present or past action. What do you think? Present perfect, is it used for a present or past action? Past action. And second one, use the present perfect to talk about general experiences in your life when you say the exact time or when you don't say the exact time. We don't say the exact time. Okay. Now it says in here, listen and complete the table and then listen and repeat. We're gonna listen and complete this chart we have in here, okay?
Unit 12, recording S12.2. I've climbed a volcano. I've never watched the sunrise. I haven't slept outside.
Have you ever ridden an elephant?
No, I haven't.
Okay, So now let's go and complete this chart. In the first one, what did you hear?
I have climbed a volcano.
I've climbed a volcano. I climbed. It's climbing is already there. So let's just have, I have climbed or I've climbed a volcano. In the second one,
Never watched.
I've never watched the sunrise. And in the third one, I haven't.
I haven't slept outside.
Lab outside. And in the interrogative plan, you ever ridden an elephant? What goes here? Have, very good. In the answer, no,
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
no, I haven't. Very good. Okay, what we have in here in front of us is called the present perfect. The structure is very simple. We're gonna use have or has, depending on the subject, plus the past tense of the verb. Past participle form of the verb. Okay, so what do we use the present perfect for? As it says in here, we use the present perfect to talk about experiences in your life, and we don't say exact time. It means that it's not relevant. We just want to know with the present perfect if we have had the experience of doing something. Saying the time or say it, when did it happen, like being very exact, it's not relevant. Okay, and as you could see, it is contracted with an apostrophe S for has and apostrophe VE for have. Okay, it says in here, make the present perfect with have or has, and the past participle form of the verb. The past participle of regular verbs is the same as the past participle of the verb, could be, I think. Let me see. I just want to see what it says in here. Simple past, yes. Okay, when we have the verbs in simple past, like regular verbs, they're gonna have exactly the same form in past participle. The ones that change the most are the ones irregular, because some of them also keep the same form. Okay, so it says in here, present perfect grammar. For the present perfect affirmative form, we are going to use have or has, contracted as v, as in s, right? There it is pronounced, for example, I or she's. I've and she's. This one, for example, it could be confused if we don't notice that we also have a verb with the simple, like with it's, like with is, the verb to be is. But if you have after this apostrophe s another verb which is in past participle, it means that you're using the present perfect. Okay, for example, I've climbed Mount Everest. She's watched the sunrise. I haven't tried milking tea. She hasn't slept outside. In the negative one, I'm going to use haven't for have and hasn't for has. Make the present perfect with have or has plus past participle. Use the present perfect to talk about past experiences in your life. Usually, you don't know or say when exactly these things happened. For regular verbs, the past participles are the same as the simple past. For example, adding ed, d, or ied at the end of the verb. For example, miss, missed, move, moved, study, studied. And for irregular verbs, well, we have a list I can share with you, or you can search for your own list because we have many on internet. And now it says in here, for interrogative sentences, we are going to start with the auxiliary verb, in this case is have or has, plus the subject, I, we, and they for have, and he, she, and it for has, plus ever in case that we are asking the person about different experiences, and the verb in the past participle. Have you ever swum in a river? And the answer will be with the auxiliary verb. In this case, remember, it is have or has. Yes, I have for affirmative. No, I haven't for negative. And for the third person of the singular, we're going to use has. Yes, she has, or no, she hasn't. Ever means in your life, and we often use it for more unusual experiences. For example, have you ever met a famous person? Compared to have you met my husband, because it's not something unusual or not that common. And in the negative, we can use never. I've never played golf. So ever for the interrogatives and never for negative sentences. I've never played golf. Even though here I am following the affirmative structure, never is making my sentence negative. Okay, now again, when am I going to use the present perfect? Well, I'm going to use it to talk about experiences, things that I have done in the past, not, it doesn't work for something that you did yesterday. That way you have to use the simple past. Utilizarías el pasado, pero utilizas el present perfect para hablar sobre situaciones con las que ya has tenido experiencia en toda tu vida. Okay, for example, oh, I've seen that movie. I've been to Hermosillo 3 times. I don't know, things like that. Now, talking about trips and traveling and that, it says, go has two past participles, been and gone. Here I'm going to show you an examples. When we use gone, because for example, she has gone to India, it means that she went there, but she came back. I mean, sorry, she went there and she's there now. I mean, she's still there. She moved there, we can say it. Or that she just went travel, but she's still there. And if we say she's been to India, it means that she has gone there. She has visited. I mean, she stayed there, but now she is here with us, like she came back. Okay, so use and gone, it means that this person is still that place. She's been to, it means that the person has visited that place. Clear?
Yes, but I have some other question.
Go ahead.
For example, when you have past participle, they always change it with the same thing. I mean, like, what is a past participle? Is not the same the past? Is it different between the past?
It is different, but we can. It is different in the way that the past participle is the one we use with the passive voice, and we use it with the perfect tenses. But sometimes with so many verbs, it keeps the same form as in the simple past. I'll give you an example. For example, I don't know, let's say the ones that we have in here, study, studied, studied. Studied is in simple past, studied is the same as in simple in past participle because it's regular verb. So every single regular verb is going to maintain and keep the same form in simple past and past participle. Then we have the irregular verbs. Some of the irregular verbs will also keep the same form in simple past and past participle. Let me think of an example. Heard, like here, heard, heard. Heard is going to be the same in simple past and past participle. Then we have another example. For example, go. Go in present, went in simple past, gone in past participle. Or do. Do present, did past, done in past participle.
So we need to know the the different sentence, the different times of the verb.
Yes, you have to study the verb tense.
Like a present, I mean, like a present perfect. Otherwise, it would be something wrong.
It's called past participle. The past participle is just the verb, and the past participle verb, you can use it in the perfect tenses, like in present perfect or present or past perfect. But you also need it with passive voice. For example, made in China. Made.
What could be the past perfect? I'm sorry, the past perfect.
Past perfect? What is what, sorry?
Yeah, what could be? We know the present perfect, but which one is the past perfect?
The past perfect
with the past with have. Okay, with the same auxiliary but in past.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
but that is another topic.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know. I'm sorry.
don't worry. Just one more thing talking about the present perfect. When we use the present perfect, sometimes we can get confused because we're using here have or has as an auxiliary. Estamos usando el have o el has como un auxiliar. En el present perfect, repito, es un mix, está combinado el have o el has más el verbo en past participle, right? Entonces, I need these two complements to make or to have a present perfect sentence. ¿Qué pasa entonces? A veces yo me puedo confundir y decir, bueno, ya tengo el have, y si yo quiero decir, por ejemplo, he tenido 5 perros. I have had 5 dogs. Puedo decir I have 5 dogs. I have 5 dogs es en present tense, simple present. Y eso me indica que lo tienes ahorita en el presente, right? Entonces, ¿qué hay que hacer? Hay que agregar el have, porque el have también es un verbo. Recuerden que have es el verbo de tener. Pero aquí en el present perfect lo estoy utilizando como un auxiliar. Entonces, si yo quiero hablar de tenido, o sea, de tener, pero pues en pasado participio, necesito poner el verbo en pasado. Y el pasado de have es had. I have had. Sí existe. ¿Quedó claro este tema más o menos?
Yes, that last thing sounds a little bit strange, but I got what you say about this.
Go ahead. You said that you had one last question? Or
No. I'm saying the last one, it sounds strange, but I have had, but it's the rule,
Yes, because you have, remember, as I said, have is also a verb, and a main verb, and it's also an auxiliary verb. So if you're going to use the present perfect and you need to use the main verb have, you will have to modify it into its past tense, past participle. Okay, let's go then and put it into practice. This first part says, write sentences in the present perfect. And then it says in here, correct and mistakes in the conversation. Okay, in the first part we have in here, we already have the subject, the verb, and the complements of our sentences. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna first identify if they are interrogative, affirmative, or negative, and what type of subject it is about. For example, the first one. Well, remember, for I, you, we, and they, we are going to use have. For he, she, and it, we are going to use has. Okay, let's go with the first one. Let's do it together. Number 1 says, you ever eat Japanese food? Okay, I have first to identify the subject. Which is the subject in this sentence?
You?
You is the subject. So I am going to start because it is an interrogative. So because here I have the question mark, I'm going to start with have. Have you, what is the verb? Identify the verb in number 1.
Eat.
Eat. Then I'm going to, do you know the past participle form of eat?
Eaten?
Eaten. Have you eaten Japanese food? And that's the way I'm going to complete it. Have you eaten Japanese food? And that's how I'm going to do it, okay?
What about the ever?
Yes.
What about ever?
Ever. Ah, that's true. I didn't see it, sorry. Have you ever eaten Japanese food? Like that. Is it clear what you are going to do in the first part? ¿Está claro lo que vamos a hacer? Remember, identify. If it is he, she, or it, you're going to use has or hasn't for negative. If it is I, you with they, you are going to use have. En esta ocasión, primero coloqué el have porque es una pregunta. Cuando es una oración afirmativa, empezamos con sujeto, have y past participle of the verb. Cuando es negativa, sujeto, hasn't, and past participle of the verb. ¿Sí?
Yes.
Okay. And then on this other part, it says correct 10 mistakes in the conversation. We are going to read this conversation and complete it or add maybe one word or take out or drop some of the words that we don't need. You are going to find out what's going on with that conversation in letter B. Ok, les voy a dar tiempo entonces para que trabajen con este ejercicio. Me avisan cuando terminen, ¿ok? restart the computer. Wait, keep working. I'll look for the list and then I take attendance. Did you finish, guys?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Now I'll take attendance while you continue working. ¿Pudiera Uriarte?
Present.
Ay, wait, espérenme, se me volvió a trabar. Sorry. Ok, ahí voy. Okay, sorry. I got her the yes. Barijarcas Valenzuela. Buen Encinas. Carrillo Alcántara.
Presente.
Ceja Flores.
Present.
De la Torre Espinosa.
Presente.
Del Castillo Sosa. Echechuri Jaime.
Here.
Fierro Zubia.
Presente.
Guzmán Carranza.
Here.
Huerta Robles.
Presente.
Jaques Valenzuela.
Presente.
López Lagarda. Loya Moreno.
Presente.
Molina Ruiz.
Here.
Moreno Gutiérrez.
Presente.
Núñez López.
Presente.
Torres Barreras. Torres Gutiérrez.
Present. Here.
Gracias. Verdugo Estrada
Presente.
and Villa Escusa Landeros. Si te escuchaste, Alejandro. Okay, thank you guys. Now going back to the activity, let's check your answers. Second sentence. Vianney, number 2. What do you have in number 2?
I have
Ethan?
eaten Thai would do 2 or 3 times.
Very good. I have eaten Thai food 2 or 3 times. Excellent. Number 3. Huerta. Huerta Robles, are you there?
Profe, sí, pero eso no lo hice.
A ver, la
Paso,
hacemos
paso.
aquí.
Ok,
¿Cuál es el sujeto?
we,
We. Ahora sigue el auxiliar que vas a usar, have or has.
has,
We. El has es para he, she, or it.
entonces have,
Have. We have. Y luego sigue never. We have never. Y luego sigue sleep. ¿Cuál es el pasado participio de sleep?
no me lo sé, pues sleeping es durmiendo, ¿no? No sé.
Ajá. ¿Y en pasado? ¿Cuál es el pasado de sleep?
Slept.
Slept. Y es la misma forma en pasado participio. So, we have never slept in a 4-star hotel before. Like this. Okay, number 4. Eric Núñez, can you help me with it, please?
They have no sé cómo se dice drive pasado.
¿Cuál es el pasado participio de drive? ¿Alguien sabe? Driven. They have driven across Europe many times.
Is driving or driven?
I think it's driven. Driven.
Driving. I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, I think it's driven.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Let me just confirm it. I don't want to lie.
It's drop, teacher.
Drove es en pasado simple.
Okay.
Ay, wait. Yeah, it's driven. You were right. Thank you. Driven. 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 Okay. Number 5. Who can help me with that?
Has he ever gone to the UK?
Very good. Has he ever gone to the UK? And number 6. Let me see. Hector, please. Hector, number 6. Luis. Oh my God, somebody?
This has had 3 husbands.
Maestra,
Mande.
qué pena, se me fue el internet, pero ya volví y no pasé, no dije presente.
Marian.
Ajá,
Marian López Lagarda, ¿verdad?
sí, de hecho le mandé WhatsApp.
Sí, thank you. Ok, bueno, volvemos. Marian, ayúdame. Number 6, por favor.
Se la puse en el chat.
Ok. Beira, pero esa es una pregunta, Beira. Entonces, esta es una oración afirmativa, no es pregunta. Iniciamos con el sustantivo, sujeto, y luego have. Y estoy usando el verbo have. Entonces, sería have had. ¿Ven? Es donde les comentaba que nos podemos confundir un poco, porque no pusiste el auxiliar. Liz.
It's not has.
Yeah, that's true. Has had 3 husbands, like that. Porque es tercera persona del singular. Okay, number 7. Alejandro Torres, can you help me with number 7, please?
I have never. No sé cómo se dice luz.
¿Cuál es el past tense de lose? Lost. I have never lost my phone or my cell phone. Number 8. Raquel, can you help me with it, please?
I have never lost my cell phone.
8. Number 8.
Oh, sorry. She has to learn Arabic, Spanish, and Chinese.
Okay. Arabic, Spanish, and Chinese. Okay, in this case, there are some verbs that have 2 different forms. Learn is one of them. The past tense of learn is learned, and it could be also the past participle as learned or learned with T. Number 9. Astrid, number 9, please.
No la he hecho, profe.
Ok, te ayudas, claro que sí. Ok, tu sujeto es you y es una pregunta. Eso quiere decir que vas a iniciar con el auxiliar. ¿Qué auxiliar vas a usar? Have or has? Te repito, tu sujeto es you. ¿Cuál usamos para you? Have or has?
You have?
Ajá, pero como es pregunta, empezamos con have. Have, y luego you, ever. ¿Y cuál es el pasado de climb?
No me lo sé, profe.
Climbed, con ed. Have you ever climbed a volcano?
Okay.
Se me está acabando el tiempo.